Good morning. HIIT class, one of my favorites. So we are going to do a very much full body focused workout this morning. Lots of different exercises to get involved in. Obviously, you know your body's best, and I can't see you and adjust you like I would in a live class. So if you need to rest, rest. If you need to do the exercises more slowly, then do the exercises more slowly. We're going to get started with some fascia circles just to warm up the body. I think most of you know the drill with this now. So starting with the left leg, circling through the ankle. Take it one way and then take it the other way. And then moving into the knee. So in fascia circles, we work through all the major joints in the body just to get them warmed up. Then move it the other way. If you need to hold on to something for balance, then obviously hold on to a chair or the kitchen side or wherever you are. Then moving into the hips. Equally, you might feel more comfortable with your hands on your hips, your hands at heart center, or maybe out to the side. And then take that the other way. Excellent, one more. And then we'll move to the other leg. So ground down through the left foot and start circling through the ankle of the right foot. Take that in the other direction. And then into the knee. Ooh, more unbalanced on this side. And then take that the other way. And then into the hips. Good. Clunking away. Then take that the other way. Then bring both feet to the floor, circle through the hips. Nice big circles. Just really being conscious of the feet underneath your mat. So really feel through the feet. And then take those circles in the other direction. Couple more. And then we'll move into the ribs. So really circling those ribs around. And a bit more concentration required for this one. And then take that in the other direction. Good. Seems to be some dancing going on in the Chater household. Okay, and then moving into the shoulders. So really squishing those shoulders up to the ears and then squeezing them behind the back. Excuse me. Squishing them up, squeezing them back, and then take them in the other direction. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind and then shrug the shoulders forwards. Excellent. And moving into the wrists, you can either do that with open hands or with fists, whatever helps you get into the edge of the movement. And then take that the other way. Into the elbows. And the other way. And then big circles into the shoulder. And if you're tight in the shoulders, you can do backstroke here. And then take them in the other direction. And again, if your shoulders are tight, you can do front crawl. And then bringing the arms down by your sides. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. Gently and slowly roll the head all the way around the front of the collarbones until your right ear is in line with your right shoulder. Then take the chin back down to the collarbones. Roll the head all the way around the front, nice and slowly. We'll do one more of those in each direction. Really opening up the back of the neck. Last one. And then coming up to center, keeping the chin parallel. Move the chin around towards the left, trying to stretch the chin past the collarbone. And then bring it back to center and take it round towards the right. One more of those in each direction. And then just let the body come back to center, or the head even. Standing nice and strong through the feet. So you want to make sure that you've got a little bit of a micro bend in your knees and that your hips are stacked over your feet and your shoulders are stacked over your hips. So you're nice and tall, lifting up through the waist, bringing the elbows and the wrists in front of you. As we inhale, we're going to open into cactus arms, really expanding the chest. And then as we exhale, round to the shoulders and really squeeze the chest muscles to bring the elbows back together. Inhaling, really open the chest, fill the lungs up. And then exhale, really squeeze those chest muscles, squeeze those elbows together. Inhaling, really opening up the chest, expanding the lungs, expanding the ribs. Exhale, squeeze the elbows and the wrists back together. Inhale, really open the chest, real deep breath. Exhale, squeeze those chest muscles, squeeze those elbows together around the shoulders. Two more. Inhale, really open the chest, keep those elbows high. Exhale, really squeeze the chest muscles to squeeze the elbows back together. Last one, make it the biggest breath of the day. Inhale, really deeply into the body, opening that chest. Exhale, really squeeze the elbows together, squeeze the chest muscles. Then let the arms come down by the sides, maybe give the shoulders a couple more rolls. Okay, we're going to do some quick sun salutations, then we'll move into the hip moves. So, come to the tops of your mats. Feet can either be together or hip width, whatever's more comfortable for your anatomy. Take a nice big inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forwards, really feel the stretch through the lower back. Inhale, halfway lift, really long back, long neck. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, step back to plank. We're going to move straight through into chaturanga. So keeping the elbows close to the body to protect the wrists, come down and then roll forwards into upward facing dog. Making sure those legs are engaged and the knees have popped up off the floor. Take the hips up, roll over the toes and come into down dog. It's our first down dog, so just have a little bit of a wiggle and a jiggle here. Maybe pad through one heel and then the other to stretch out down the backs of the legs. Make sure the chest is reaching towards the thighs, so you have a nice long, reasonably straight line from your wrist all the way through your shoulders, up your backs to your sit bones. Really point the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Make sure the fingers are spread wide, so you're pressing down through the finger pads as well as the palms. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes, and then exhale, encourage the heels down towards the floor. If your heels can get there, lift the toes up and really stretch down the backs of the legs. Nice big inhale as you look forward, bend the knees and either step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and inhale all the way up to the top, look up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. A bit faster this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to plank. Keep the elbows in, come down to chaturanga and roll forward and into up dog. Engage the legs. Take the hips up, roll over the toes into downward facing dog. One inhale here and an exhale here. Look forward, step or jump forwards to the top of the mat, landing lightly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left leg. Staying in crescent lunge. Make sure your steps wide enough so your knees above your ankle and you can have a nice long straight back leg. Pull the inner thighs towards one another. Pull the core in. Come up into crescent lunge. Ground down through the feet. Ground down through the balls of the back foot. Really stretch the heel towards the floor so that the back leg is nice and long. Take a nice big inhale, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, bring the arms down in line with the body, move the torso forwards. Inhale, arms up. You can do lion's breath here if you like. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, and then as we exhale, float the hands back down to frame the front foot. Step back to plank. Come down through your chaturanga and into upward facing dog. Take the hips up, come over the toes into downward facing. Look forward, bend the knees, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, hands heart center. Other side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the right leg this time. Really ground down through the toes. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Inhale, float the arms up above the head. Make sure that that knee is above the ankle. You should be able to see your toes in front of your knee. Stretch out through the back leg, encouraging the heel towards the floor. Inhale, really stretch up through the fingers, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Exhale, bring the body and the arms forward. Inhale up, again, lion's breath if you like. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, stretch up through those fingers, and then exhale, float the hands to frame the front foot, step back to plank. Take the weight forward and come down through chaturanga, keeping those elbows in tightly, and then up into upward facing dog. Take the hips up, roll over the toes into downward facing dog, really stretching through that back. Nice big inhale here, nice big exhale here. Look forward, bend the knees, step or jump forwards to the top of the mat. Inhale into a halfway lift, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Excellent. Hopefully you will be all nice and warmed up now. So, first exercise. We haven't done these for a little while. Double hop burpees. So, obviously it's a yoga burpee rather than throwing ourselves around like a lunatic burpee. So we start off quite slow. We inhale the arms up, and then as we come down, we bring the hands in front of the feet and we slide the hips back. So your knees are still nice and safe. What we don't want is to end up in this kind of position. We need the hips back so that our knees are above our heels. From here, we're going to do a double hop. So we hop, 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 and then we're going to come up and do our little pop. And then we'll go back down again. So hop, 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 and then pop. When we are doing our hops, the bigger the hop you do, the more difficult it is. So if you're finding it really tough, make the hops shorter. If your hops are going from here to here, it's much easier than if they're going from here all the way out there to all the way back up here. So make your distance suitable for where you're at today. And when we come up in our pop, we bring our fists to our hips, and we're really engaging our arm muscles as we do that, so that we've got a bit of tension in there. The biggest thing to think about is that exhale as you come up, and we do a noisy exhale like normal. So we'll get into it. Move as quickly or as slowly as you need. We're going to do 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So I use my little timer, and then once we've got through that, we'll stop for some water. So, you ready? Yes, let's go. So, first one, inhale up, exhale down, hop, 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 pop. Good, down we go. Hop, 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 pop. Hop, 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 hop. And that's first round done. Have a rest. In the rest, you can move wherever you want. If you just want to stand still, that's fine. Let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Down we go. Hop, 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 hop. Good stuff, guys. Remember, you can go as fast or as slow as you need. And the hops can be as long or as short as you need, and rest. That's 2 down. Really designed to get you breathing and to get the heart rate moving. Let's go, round 3. That's halfway already. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. And rest. Whew. Great way to wake up the body on a Saturday morning. Get ready, let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. Keep that core pulled in. Make sure you're using your core muscles when you're doing your hops. Squeezing the inner thighs together when you come up. And rest. Good stuff. Get ready. Let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. And rest. Well done. 3 more rounds to go. So that's more than halfway. Let's go. Another 20 seconds. Remember, moving as fast or as slow as you want to, depending how much of a workout you want. Good. We've just got 2 more rounds to go. 2 lots of 20 seconds. Totally got this. Let's go. Really pulling those core muscles in. Really squeezing the inner thighs together. Giving more strength. Keep moving. And keep breathing. Well done. Right, last round. If you want to take it up a small notch, instead of just doing the pop, you can do a little jump. Last 20 seconds. Keep breathing. Maybe see if you can go a little bit faster. Make sure you land lightly. Last 2 seconds. Well done. Okay, get yourself some water. Okay. So because that was quite a lot of work, on the hip flexors. Just come into Sphinx and really stretch those hip flexors out. Really pulling the chest in between the elbows. Just staying in that position whilst I explain the next one. If I can catch my breath. Okay, so the next exercise is based on chair. Same as before, we want to make sure our hips are sliding back. So we're coming into chair with we should always be able to see our toes in front of our knees. If your toes are hidden, your knees are too far forward. So keep the knees and the hips sliding back. For this, we keep our arms up above our head, really sitting down into our chair, pulling the core and the inner thighs towards one another. We lunge back, we come back. We lunge back with the other leg, we come back. For 8 rounds. You'll be totally fine. So, yes, everyone jump to their feet, they're ready for this one. So, let's go. Come into the tops of your mats, sitting down into your chair, really squeezing everything in. Take one foot back, bring it back to chair, lunge back to the other leg, come back to chair, lunge back, chair, lunge back, chair. Good, keep it moving. One side, rest. So this one's really, really good at activating the glutes because you're keeping your body tipped forward. Round 2. So stretching back, bring it back in. Stretching back, bringing it back in. Excellent stuff. Keep moving. Good. And rest. So really think about pulling the core in for this one. All of the muscles all around the waist is your core. And really think about squeezing those inner thighs together to give you more stability. Keeping the hips slid back. So you always want to be able to see your toes in front of your knees. Good. Keep breathing. Keep moving. And rest. Good. So, next round. Down we go into chair. Stepping it back, stepping it forwards. Really think about engaging the glute muscles. Really squeezing everything in as we move. Making sure the muscles around the arms are tense. Tight body is a light body. And rest. Well done, guys. Halfway. Stretch out however you want to stretch out in between. Oh, time to go again. Good stuff. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Keep that core pulled in. Keep those arm muscles nice and tight. Nearly there. And rest. Good stuff. Do a little dance in between if you like. Next round. Good. And rest. 2 more rounds to go. See if you can increase the speed slightly. Yeah, flossing. Loving it. Come down into your chair. Keeping that core pulled in. Maybe just that little bit faster if you can still keep control. If you find yourself wobbling, then take it back down again and rest. There's a lot of flossing going on this morning. Last round. Keep moving. Keep the breath in, out. Noisy exhales. Use the floor to push away from. Good. And rest. Lovely. So come down into a seated position now to rest. Maybe having a sip of water. Bringing the legs into butterfly. We're just going to bounce the knees just to give the legs a little bit of reprieve from that workout before I describe the next one to you. So, the next one you have a choice. So I do like to give you a choice if I can. So choice one is going from downward facing dog, floating the leg up, coming through into a pigeon tap, and then taking it back up again. Coming through, pigeon tap, taking it back up. So that's option one. Option two, we start off in the same place and we do hip rolls. So you bring knee to armpit, back up, knee to nose, back up, knee to opposite armpit, back up. Whichever option you choose, 4 on one leg, then 4 on the other leg. Okay? Excellent. Right, let's get into our starting positions then. So we're all going to start in down dog. Okay, timer has started. So float the right leg up and then take whichever version you want to do. Make sure you're really pulling your core muscles in. Obviously, if you want to make the exercise harder and you're doing pigeon taps, then you don't put the knee down. And rest. A good rest for this one's child's pose. Okay, round 2, same leg. Float it up and then do your exercise of choice. Really pulling those core muscles in, really thinking about which muscles you're using when you're lifting the leg back up. Really squeeze those inner thighs towards one another. And rest. 2 rounds down, 2 more to go on this leg. Okay, let's go. 3rd round on the right leg. Doing whichever one of the exercises suits you. Really pulling those core muscles in. Excellent. And rest. Okay, last one on this side. Okay, let's go. Float that leg up. Squeeze it in. Float it up. Squeeze it in. Whichever one you're doing, really make sure the muscles of the leg are engaged. Keep the breath moving. And relax. Okay, that's that leg done. So we're going to move to the other leg for the next 4 rounds. Let's go. Float the left leg up. Bring it in. Keep the breath moving in the body. Keep those core muscles really working, really pulled in. First round done. Take a rest. Okay, next round. Float the leg up. Pulling those core muscles in. Making sure the leg muscles are engaged. Keep the breath moving. You're doing really well. Nearly there. And rest. Next round, float that leg up. Bring it in. Nearly there. Excellent, and rest for the final round. Get ready. Plant those hands, float that leg up, squeeze it in. Keep those breaths nice and noisy. Almost there. And rest. Well done. Have another little drink of water. Find a comfortable, easy seat. And whilst I'll explain the next one, because that's quite a lot on our wrists, we're just going to give our wrists a bit of a squeeze. So taking your forefinger and your thumb around your wrist and slide up till it won't go anymore. And then squeeze in and up. So it's like trying to get the last bit of toothpaste out of your toothpaste. So squeezing in and up, just to extend the wrists. Having a go at one wrist and then the other wrist. The last one we're going to do is another full body exercise. We're starting from standing, and there's options as to how deep you want to go with this. So the ideal of what we're working for is going down into Malasana and then jumping up. Down into Malasana and jumping up. If that's too much, we can go down into Malasana, and to start with, just do our fists of fire at our hips. So we're coming down into Malasana and then really strong as we stand up. So you might want to do that for the first 6 rounds and add in the jumps for the last 2. If Malasana is not in your practice, you can do a squat instead. Exactly the same kind of flexion in the hips and the knees and the ankles that we're looking for. So work with wherever your body's at today. Are we ready? Yes, you guys were born ready. Okay, 8 rounds. So down into Malasana and then up we go, fists of fire as we exhale. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Keep moving. You can go as fast or as slow, and rest. Fast or as slow as you like on this one. Obviously, it's going to start burning once we get to a few more rounds in. Let's go, round 2. Really getting deep into those hips. Really squeeze the inner thighs together as you come up. Good. Make sure the toes are pointed out. So the toes are in line with your kneecaps. Rest. Good stuff. 2 down, 6 to go. Let's go. Good stuff. Really pull that core in. Rest. Okay, next round. Good stuff. And rest. You're doing brilliant, guys. This is the last exercise. Then you get to lay on the floor, remember? So it's totally worth keep going. You're going to feel brilliant for the rest of the day. Good stuff. Keep the head up. Keep breathing, rest. Yes. Good. Keep your breath moving. Really squeeze those inner thighs together as you come up. Oh, and rest. 2 more rounds. I hope you're sweating as much as I am. Let's go. Keep those bums going down nice and low. Good stuff. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Good. This is the last round. Last 20 seconds. If you can pop in a little jump in between, pop in a little jump. Always land before you go down again. Making sure when you jump, you land on your toes or the balls of your feet. And use the arms to help you. It's like you're holding onto something, pulling yourself up. And you're done. Well done. Good work, guys. So, have a sit down on your mat. Grab yourself some water. Excellent. So, bringing your feet as wide as your yoga mat. We'll roll down onto our mats and just start windscreen wipering the legs. Moving as fast or as slow as you want to in this movement. Really feeling the nice stretch down the side as you get to the end of the movement. Maybe taking the knee away from you to increase that stretch. Really stretching the kneecap towards the bottom of the mat. Excellent. Gently feel your breathing starting to get back into control. The heart rate slowing down now that we stop moving. When you're breathing, try and extend the exhale. So maybe breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Really helps the body to stimulate the rest and digest after all that hard work. So in for 4 and out for 6. Good. So keeping the arms down by the sides, get the tailbone really comfortable on the mat, hug the knees in and take the feet up towards the ceiling. We're just going to do 5 breaths in this leg up the wall pose. Let your feet be comfortable. Equally, if this feels like too much of you having to hold your feet up, you can lean your feet against a wall or you can let them fall out to the sides. So just 5 breaths in this position. Good. If you have the legs out to the side, squeeze them towards one another. Take the arms up as well and just circle through the wrists and the ankles. And then take them the other way. And then maybe for fun, just give them a bit of a shake. Like a dead bug. Right, or not quite so dead bug. So arms out to the sides, hug the knees into the chest, take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, twist the knees over towards the left, as far as you can go while still keeping your shoulders grounded. Inhale the knees back to center, exhale them to the other side. Inhale to center, keep those shoulders in contact with the floor, exhale to the left. Inhale back through center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, we're doing one more each side. Exhale left. Inhale to center, exhale right. Good. Make any last movements that you want to make before we come into final Savasana. So any wriggles that you want to make, any adjustments to your clothes. And in Savasana, we bring our arms down by our sides, palms up. The legs can be out long with the feet falling open. Or if you have any lower back pain or active sciatica, then bring the feet to the mat and let the knees fall in so the legs can still be relaxed. Or if you like the feeling on your hips, you can come into butterfly legs, so soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out. Whichever position you're in, make sure you're really comfortable. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the torso. Make sure the lower back is comfortable. Relax the hands. Gently close the eyes. And just feel the weight of your body pressing down into the mat. Glad that your yang part of the exercise is over. Heart rate has come back to its normal, natural rhythm. Breathing has slowed. Just notice where your body touches the mat and where there is space for light and air. The heels or the ankles or the soles of the feet, depending on what position you're in. The back of the pelvis, middle back, upper back, shoulders, back to the hands, forearms, elbows, upper arms, back of the head. All grounded, all relaxed on your mat. Then soften the front of your body. Soften the legs. Let the muscles be completely relaxed. Soften the belly, the lower belly, belly button, upper belly. Softening on each exhale. Soften the muscles between the ribs, the chest muscles, the collarbones, the shoulders, the throat, the muscles down the sides of the neck. Softening and relaxing with each exhale. Soften the face, the forehead, the eyes and eyelids, the cheeks, the teeth. Let the jaw be soft, the tongue floating in the middle of your mouth. Your whole body soft and relaxed on your mat. Gently bring your awareness back to your body in the room that you're laid in. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your head from one side to the other side, just releasing off any last bits of tension that may have crept in. And then move in whichever way your body wants to move. Maybe stretching out long, maybe arching the back, maybe hugging the knees in, wherever you want to go. And then when you're ready, we'll roll over onto our sides, use our hands to push ourselves up and come into a comfortable seat on our mats. We'll just finish with 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it and you all survived. And I'll see you again next time.